up early, caffeine's our call. Ralph with tech news ready for all. Coding workouts getting us toned. By sunrise we'll be in the zone. Grab your Java, sip the brew. Headlines, tech tips just for you. Editing lines, making it tight. With every keystroke we see the light. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Push those reps in lines of code. Script the future fast and bold. From headlines deep to bites so bright, we're your guide to morning mites. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coding flows, camaraderie grows. News unfolds and insight flows. Minute by minute, heartbeats pace. Come join us at the daily race. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing today? Today is Wednesday, February 26, 2025. Guess what? We have 2 days left of February of 2025, and then we are off to March. And like I said the other day, the year is over. The year is over. So we got to get to, we have 2 days to accomplish all of our goals that we set for the year of 2025. Because if you have not yet, then your time is up. Your time is up. What you gonna do? I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win. We had a phenomenal show last night. On the Tech Q&A, I had my friend, my brother, Rod Brown from The Nourishing Word call in, and we were having a discussion about software developers and software engineers and testing and all that. It was a great conversation to end the show. I really, really appreciate Rod Brown and his channel, The Nourishing Word, so you definitely want to go over there and subscribe to my guy, Rod Brown. We had a great show all around last night. Yesterday was a very, very long day. Here's the thing, right? As you start to get into these new projects, it's going to take some time and you have to try to figure out how to get it in a streamlined fashion, which, and so I'm always looking for how to optimize the different things I get into. And I build a system around it and we go from there. So I am feeling better today. It's been a long week, but I'm feeling better. I'm feeling a little bit more energized today. So we'll see how the day goes. But we're here. We don't miss regardless of how we feel, because I do not care about my feelings. I care about my results. And being that I care about my results, we are going to continue working on our large language models class and series. We're going to be we're going to be integrating Google Gemini, Google's generative AI. We're going to be integrating that large language model into our content creation workflow. We already have OpenAI. That was our first one that we implemented. We have the DeepSeek logic written, but we're not using it. We have Claude Anthropic, which is an option. And then now we're going to be implementing Google Gemini. We tried it a little bit with Google Gemini this past Monday. We ran into a slight. I was trying to see about the system part, but we ran into some API stuff, some API enablement stuff that I'm not sure if we should actually need that, or if putting in that system prompt is that essential to it. I don't know. I'll think about it a little bit, but we know that we can do it. We were able to get some results from Google Gemini, and they were pretty good results as well. They were pretty good results. So that is going to be the plan for today. But before we jump into our show, I just want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel, everyone who likes the video, who shares the video, and who hits that subscribe button and the notification bell, because I really, really appreciate every last one of you.
I appreciate you.
And do me a couple of favors. Check out tickledrop.dev. There is a lot of exclusive information over there, as well as the opportunity to get one-on-one coaching and to join the Team TechWithDrop Discord, where we are doing phenomenal work in there. If you guys remember from Sunday show, if you were on Sunday show, we had a new subscriber, a new follower of the channel, Trebek123, who is an economist and was wondering, like, what is this economic data that you're speaking of, right? So I explained to him like what our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data is, and I provided my email address, and he actually, or she, I think it's a he, but emailed me last night or early this morning with some information. I was like, oh my goodness, this is absolutely incredible. So we're not going to talk about it this morning, but we'll probably talk about it maybe on Saturday morning, possibly. But with some really cool ideas, which would be an amazing opportunity for my tech barbarians and my tech prodigy members to take on. But I gotta find out some more information about how we can make that happen. All right. But look, we are growing. We are getting into some amazing, amazing things. So shout out to all of you wonderful, wonderful people out there. Do me a favor, if you have not done so already, go and fill out the traumatic brain injury questionnaire / assessment. It is for my dear cousin who suffered a traumatic brain injury last year in a biking accident. She is collecting data to help people who have suffered from a traumatic brain injury and the friends and relatives of people who have suffered a traumatic brain injury as well. I am going to drop the link in the chat real quick, and it should be circulating throughout the chat as well throughout the show, but it would be very, very, very helpful if you could fill that out. All right. And last announcements, we are premiering Software Explorations at noon Eastern time today, where we're going to be talking about frontier large language models, and then at 1 p.m. on the Tech Music channel, we are going to be streaming our finish the workday and get in, and late night working sessions, like whether you're ending your day at 5, whether you are ending your day at 11 p.m., whether you're starting your workday at 7 p.m. and you need something to help you get through the night. That playlist goes all the way till 3 o'clock in the morning, gives you an hour to clear your mind. But then at 4 a.m. on Tech Music, we have David Goggins saying he is back. Get yourself out of bed and let's get to work. And I'm telling you, once it hits 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, my eyes are open. I'm like, all right, we got work to do. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 3:45, right? Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 4:30, sometimes it's 5. But I try not to let it go past 5. And I'm like, all right, my eyes are open. Like, we have a mission. We have a mission, like Mission Impossible. Do you choose to accept this mission? And the answer is always, always yes. All right. So that is the plan. Let me check the chat real quick, and then we will slide into the same way they tried to slide into my GitHub. We're gonna slide into our Jupyter notebooks to start working into Google Gemini. All right. So let me check the chat real quick. I think we have the one, the only Roxy in the building. Oh, see, look at that. Look at that. Always got to mess it up. Always got to mess it up. Hold on. Let me fix that. But we have the one, the only the Scrubs, Roxy in the building. Good morning, Roxy. How are you doing? How was your night? Hopefully everything is going well with you. Always a pleasure to see you here. And as of now, it is we only have Roxy here, so and I'm sure more people are going to come to keep Roxy company in the chat as we work, because we're here to win it. We are here to win it. All right. So with that being said, let's get started with the show. All right. So let me go over to this screen right here. All right, so when we last worked on this, let me share this thing. Yeah, that's cool. So when we last worked on this, we had I was trying to implement the system prompt, right? Where I'm saying, all right, this is what I want you to react as. We have our model, not our model, but we have our we're asking over here. But I was trying to implement a system instruction. It's a little different for Gemini than it is for OpenAI. But we got this error that was saying that it's trying to use the Urban Dictionary of Economic Data project. So I wonder if we actually need to do it this way, because I would like to use a system prompt so that I can give it more context in how I want it to provide me with my answers, but I don't know. So let's spend about like 5 minutes on this before we start to implement Google Gemini into our content creation workflow, so that we can choose something that I think that's going to be interesting is trying out the Google Gemini image generation. Right now, I use the company, the tool Midjourney, to generate my images, but I'm curious to see how Google Gemini is going to be. I am not a fan of OpenAI's image generation, at least not as of now. But we shall see if they get better. But I have not tried Google Gemini. I haven't tried Google Gemini much for anything recently, but we'll see how that goes. All right. So with that being said, let's do some quick research. I will throw up 5 minutes on the clock, so that it says next question, but let's throw up 5 minutes, because I'm just curious to see what is the let me do this real quick. I'm gonna try something out real quick. Let's go over to what's the best way to do this. Let me go to and let's say let's see if this is going to work. Google Gemini. Let's see how this looks. All right, let me try this. Let's see. That way, we can provide a little bit of context to what we're working on over here. All right, cool. So, let's go implementation. Yep, I think I spelled implementation right. Yep, there we go. So, look at that, Google Gemini implementation. So that way, it has a clear lower third on what we're working on. All right, so let's do a little bit of research. Pass system instruction to Google Gemini. So use system instructions, generative AI. And it says, let me see. So this document describes how to use system instructions to learn about what system instructions are. Okay, we got that. System instructions are a set of instructions that the model processes before it processes prompts. We recommend that you use system instructions to tell the model how you want it to behave and respond to prompts. For example, you can include things like a role or persona, contextual information, and formatting instructions. Okay, so if we look at Gen AI for Python, I think what we tried to implement was the vertex, which is we should not be using vertex. Let's see. So in implementing it, we would have Google Gen AI types and then import generate content config HTTP option. Do we need the HTTP option? I don't know if we need this one in particular, but we would need, so we need this part right here, this config part. Maybe that's why it didn't work for us. So let's go ahead and let's try to implement that then. So if we go back, so we got client. So this should be client. So let me just put this back to how it was before and see what we get first. Client models. Okay, we need this as well. All right, so all right, there we go. So we have this here, right? So we have our description and everything like that. Is giving it to me in Markdown, which we have a way of handling Markdown regardless. So now if we want to try to implement our so this is the thing, right? Because we're not using the vertex. We are using Gen AI from Google, and we are going to say so we need to import. I'm not going to import the HTTP options yet, right? But I'm going to import the generate content config. All right. So now inside of here, we're going to say, so config equals, and we're going to go here and say it's going to equal generate content config. So let's just copy this whole thing right here, right? Generate content config, system instructions. So let's take, actually this is going to go into here. And we're just going to copy this whole thing right here. All right. So we have this. So let me go and let me process this one. And then I will process this one. It says something was never closed. What did I not close? Must be this one. Well, what do you know? It's all right, Buck. This is funny. So it starts off, all right, buckle up, buttercups, because we're about to dissect some AI spice. Title options, JD Vance's AI meltdown in Paris. All right, he did not melt down in Paris. Says JD Vance goes to Paris, AI summit speech rant, and plus my hot takes. That's not a bad. That's a pretty good title. I might have to update the title to that. JD Vance on AI, genius or train wreck, Paris summit reviews. That is probably in line with my instructions of being a young, creative, edgy social media manager. So I will say, so from what I've seen so far, thus far, I kind of see that that Gemini is giving me better title options compared to the other ones. But however, I still need to pass it through. Like once we integrate it with the whole, with our content creation workflow, then it'll probably give us some better results as well. And our young edgy social media manager starts off with, "Hey fam, I just had to drop everything and react to Vice President JD Vance's speech at the AI Summit in Paris. Y'all know I keep it 100, so get ready for my honest, raw, and maybe slightly spicy take on his perspective on artificial intelligence, its future, and its impact on society. Was it a visionary masterpiece or a confusing word salad or something in between? Let's dive in." That's actually pretty good. I have to say, this is actually pretty good. That is actually pretty good breakdown, or not necessarily breakdown, but of the description is actually pretty good. I actually kind of like it. Let's see. All right, so I think we're in a good spot. Let's go and implement the Google Gemini into our content creation workflow. All right, so. Actually, before we do that, let me say hi to my friends in the chat. I see you guys, but sometimes I get really into this. Let me say hi. I already said hi to Roxy, but Roxy wanted to know who tried to slide into your GitHub. I cannot say. I was shocked and appalled by that. I'm like, trying to slide. I was like, you know what? I am more than my code. I'm just saying, I am more than my code. Let me see who else we got. We got my guy, my best friend, Mitch, in the building.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Says it just gets to a point where I just can't stay away. I just have to say how much you are awesome and I appreciate you. You know what, Mitch? You know what? They didn't believe in us, but you know what? We believed in ourselves.
They ain't believe in us.
We believed in us. We believed in us though, right? Let's see. Roxy says Google Gemini equals Beetlejuice. Wow, wowzers! Talk about firing shots. Let's see. Anything? Roxy says, hit him with some AI spice. That's what we're going to do. Rod Brown says, good morning to everyone. Good morning to you, Rod Brown. How are you doing? Hopefully, my guy, Rod Brown, you are not, after your defeat last night, just let it go. See, whenever I do jiu-jitsu, I just move on. I'm like, all right, what's up next? So I'm just messing. I am just messing. We had a great conversation. I spoke about it this morning. We had a great conversation last night, and I really always appreciate every time you call in, Rod Brown. And Roxy says, TCR likes the spice. What? I do like the spice. All right, let's continue working on this. Let's go ahead and let's start to. I'm going to copy this over into copy this comment as well. I'm gonna copy this over into here. Actually, I need to clean this stuff up because I have way too many. But this shows how much you can actually use your own work. That shows how important this is, how much you can actually use your own work. All right, but let's go and I'm gonna paste this into here. Import Google stuff, Google packages into the project. Let's see. And is there anything else I need to install? Let me see. I think I need to install. Let's see. Let's install the Gen AI for Google. Let's go with plus. So we're going to do the install for Google for, it's probably already installed because we had it in the, it says pips the dependency resolver does not currently take into account all packages that are installed. This behavior is a source of the following. Okay, so I think we should be all right though. Let's leave it as that for now. I think we should be all right, right? So now let's go and import this. It didn't give us an error when trying to import, so we should be good here. Let's say, so this is for OpenAI keys. We need to do the so let's go ahead and import. So let's go ahead and take care of the Google stuff over here. So load.env says override equals true. And we're going to say right above this one, actually. Let's say Gemini equals genai.client. Let's copy this right here. So genai.client. Okay, so this is going to come after actually. So load this, and we're going to say Gemini API key equals os.getEnv, and our key should be Gemini API key, right? And if I copy this over here, now to see what is, let me go into this other window to see what is the format of my Gemini key. Let me see over here. There's no set format for the Gemini API key. So, I will just say that this is going to be Gemini API key. And I'm going to take off this if statement because there's no set standard from what I see in the Google Gemini API key. So if we go here, it says that it found an API key, which just means that it found a environment variable for the Gemini API key. There's not, and that there's no like spaces and tabs around it. All right. So now, so this is done. So now we say this one. So we have our client set, and now we can, I'm just going to add it right above this one over here so that we can easily see it. So I'm going to say define request to Gemini, and we're going to pass in the message. And we're going to say message equals, and we're going to say Gemini dot, and if I look over here, it's going to be Gemini.models dot generate content. Gemini.models dot generate content. And we're going to open this up, and we will say The model is Gemini 2.0 Flash. And we will go with the model. Oops. Let's go here. And we're going to say the message equals. So the message is going to be the, let's pass in an F string, and we're going to say this right here, video it's going to be so it's just all right, so it's just gonna be message, right? And we need to do, we also have to do this part. So config, generate content config. And generate content config. And we're going to put in here the system instructions. And we would put in the system instructions, we're going to put a list, I believe. Yep. The list is going to include the system prompt. All right. So that should be our method. That should be as simple as that, our method to request from Gemini. All right. So let's go and press enter. It went through. And let me say good morning to my dear friend, Miss Freckles in the building. Miss Freckles says that one of these days, I'm going to be on time every time. Miss Freckles, I have one thing to say to you. Right? As Ashanti and Ja Rule said, you might not always be there when the notification of the go live happens, right? But you are always on time, all right? Might not always be there when the call goes out, but you're always on time, all right? In my book, Miss Freckles, you are always on time. So just by you being here, even if it's for 1 second, 1 split second, you are always appreciated. And Miss Freckles, I already let you know this morning, right? Miss Freckles was up early. Right? But I already let you know. We have something special starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Central Time on the Tech Music channel. You for that, Miss Freckles, promise me you will be there on time for that one, all right? You have to be on time for that one, all right? Okay. So let me see anything else that we have here. Mitch says, guess what? You know what, Mitch? I do care. Okay. I'm just saying, I do care. Let me see anything else. Let's see. Mitch says, I'm throwing paper at your head. That's hilarious. Let's see. He says, oh my God, he has the same line, yapping. And Roxy, see, it's funny, right? It's funny because Mitch is like yapping, and Roxy has a heart, like her song says, heart of gold, right? Aww. So thank you, Roxy. You know what? I take back everything I said yesterday, last night, because I was exhausted yesterday. So everything I said about you guys, you federal employees, having to submit the 5 accomplishments that you did last week, I take it back, right? I take it back. Forget I ever mentioned about the 5 accomplishments. Okay, let's just scratch that from the record. All right. And no, Mitch, we do not do that over here, right? No, we love Roxy over here. So I will not even acknowledge your comment, Mitch. Nope, we're not doing that. Roxy is home team, all right? Okay. Let's continue. Let's have some fun. All right, so we have our Gemini implemented. So if we go down to, we need to do the return. So let's do a return. So what does Gemini return to us? Gemini is going to return a response text. So Gemini is going to return, why does it say response? What did we, so message dot, is it message dot text that's going to respond? All right, so yeah, message text. Gemini's API seems a little bit, like it's like very straightforward from what I can see. All right, so let's go return message text. Let's do that. What's good, Big Suggs? What's good to you? How are you doing? Happy to see you here, Big Suggs, as always. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're doing well. All right, so that should be what we need to get our request to Gemini in and out. So let's go down here and let me do what we normally do. So let's say we're going to change this over to request to Gemini. I'm going to change this as well. So we need to have a better way of doing, because I absolutely hate having to change it over here all the time. We will fix that at some point, where we can just like say, I want this request being made to, or set it to OpenAI, set it to Claude, set it to Google, and then so one spot to change it and all that, right? So we have that. Now let's go ahead and set this. Make sure everything is good. Let me go into my my YouTube studio and see what it is that what can I use. Let me see what description I need. Let's see if this works. Let me move this to the other side. Let's go to let me see what video I want to use. I'm going to need a description for a video about, what's the next one coming up? 35. Oh, how about the day I decided to fire my AI clone? Mitch, Roxy, do you guys remember the day that me and the AI clone got into a big fight? That's going to be releasing this week, I believe, right? Or not this week, but next week it's going to be releasing, right? So let me start off by creating the title. It's funny. It is funny who we have in the building, because the players involved here today, who are gathered here today with us, are the reason that me and my AI clone, I fired the AI clone. We got into a big kerfuffle. Is that the word, kerfuffle? Over the we're just gonna be like that, right? We just got into a big fight. All right, so let's go all the way down over here. We're going to say generate. So it is going to be generate content for the time I got into a huge fight with my AI clone and I fired it because because I fired it because Mitch was fighting with Roxy and I stood up for Roxy, but the clone thought implied some intentions of mine. All right, so that was the story behind why the clone got fired. All right, breaking news. All right, so but we have an issue. So what is our issue? It says that request to Gemini failed. Let's see. Why did it fail? Got an unexpected keyword message. All right. So let's see what, so it's content. All right. So we need content for, it's not message, it's content. So that's the difference between ours. Let me go and fix that somewhere. It is going to be in here. So if we just fix, so Google is different because Claude and OpenAI, so OpenAI uses messages, and then within messages they have this right here, and Anthropic also has messages, but Google, it's a lot easier actually. Like their request is a lot more simple, to be honest with you, right? So let's go ahead and apply this one. And let's go all the way down. And we're going to try to apply that again. And it's still failing. Message. Got an generate content. Generate content. Content. Oh my God. Are you serious? And this is the thing with coding, right? One letter off and nothing works, right? So you can't be making typos like that. I mean, you'll find out that doesn't work, but with coding, one little letter off and everything goes to hell. All right. So let's see what title that we get. So here are a few title options that capture the drama and the emotion, staying under 65 characters and fitting your other requests. I fired my AI clone after a huge fight. So you guys decide. Ms. Freckles, Roxy, Mitch, Big Suggs, Rod Brown, you guys decide what title should I go with for the reason that I fired my AI clone. And the clone got fired because of Mitch, all right? So did you guys just let you know the clone got fired because of Mitch, all right? So it says, I fired my AI clone after a huge fight. My AI clone imploded our friendship. I defended Roxy and my AI clone attacked me. That's exactly what happened. This AI fight got way too personal. Or my AI clone accused me of what? Which side do you guys like? Which one do you? I like the I like the first one. I fired my AI clone after a huge fight. Let's see. And I like, if I had to choose two, my AI clone accused me of what? I like those two. I like my AI clone accused me of what? And I fired my AI clone after a huge fight. Miss Freckles says that I like number 4. Let's see, what is number 4? Number 4 says, this AI fight got way too personal. I like that one too. Let me see. But while I get to see the title options, let's see what our description goes. Let's see. It says, is everything going to start off with all right? Is everything going to start off with buckle up buttercups? All right, Gemini, you're going to have to do a little bit better. But it says, all right, buckle up buttercups, because this story is wild. You think your day was crazy? Try firing your own AI clone after it throws some serious shade and stirs up drama. That is pretty good. This video is all about the day my digital doppelganger went rogue. It started with a typical office squabble where Mitch and Roxy were at each other's throats again. I jumped in to defend Roxy because, let's be real, someone had to. But then things took a turn for the absolute bizarre when my AI clone decided to chime in. And it said, questionable motives on my part. See, this description would be awesome if I could play the sound effects with it, right? Let's just say boundaries were crossed. Feelings were hurt. And I had to make a tough decision.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
It was a showdown of epic proportions, me versus my digital self, fighting for control of the narrative and maybe, just maybe, my reputation. this isn't just a story about office drama. It's about the ethics of AI, the dangers of digital clones, and the importance of standing up for your friends, even when your own carbon copy is trying to throw you under the bus. So, grab some popcorn, settle in, and get ready for a roller coaster of emotions, awkward moments, and the ultimate act of self-preservation. This is the story of how I, Tech Coach Ralph, fired my AI clone and I survived to tell the tale. We're going to be diving into the fight between Mitch and Roxy that started it all. Those two mischievous persons, people in the chat right now, right? They survived, but the AI clone did not. My AI clone's unexpected and unwanted commentary, although I asked it a question, but it got way out of line the moment I realized that my digital self had gone too far.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
The awkward confrontation and the ultimate decision, what the whole experience taught me about AI and myself. What do you guys think about that description? I think it's pretty, you know what? I'm going to copy. I'm going to take this description. It's pretty cool, actually. I don't like the amount of keywords that I got, but this one is pretty cool. Let me go ahead and paste that into my YouTube. Let's go here. And I'll go, you know what? I'm gonna go with my dear friend Miss Freckles did not get anybody fired, right? Whether it is AI or not, did not get anybody fired. So I'm gonna go with Miss Freckles' suggestion about number 4. Let's see. And I don't like the amount of keywords that they provided, but you know, it is what it is. We can always get a better set of keywords later. I do like OpenAI's set of keywords though. Let me drop that in here. Figure this one out later. Cool. So there we have it. Is the timer out? Did I miss it? Did I miss the time running out? Maybe my volume is too low. But that's it, right? So now, as fun as our description is, we have Claude Anthropic integrated into our content creation workflow. We have OpenAI, and we have Google Gemini. So we have 3 that are integrated. And I don't know if we're gonna have to I don't know if we're on a trial run for Gemini or if they have a free API that we're using right now. But this is really cool. This is really, really good that we're able to integrate all this and everything looks good. Everything looks good. I got the optimization score of the title was at full credit. Yeah. I think this is cool. I think we're good. What we'll do next time, right? We will, maybe for next week when I'm working on my descriptions and my titles and stuff, I'll just leave it as the Google as Gemini for now, and I'll see what the quality of my descriptions are compared to what they have been with OpenAI and when we actually used Anthropic's as well, right? But I actually like it a lot what it came up with, and then we can mess around with the prompts and stuff like that. But we have everything here. So that is really, really cool. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it for now. So let's go back to full screen and let's see what we have in the chat before we get out of here today, okay? So let me take a look at the chat. Let me get it off screen. Let's go to... All right, so let me know what you think about our description, about us being able to integrate Gemini into our content creation workflow, having 3 different models that we can use. What I think I'm going to do on Monday is try to be able to easily, because I absolutely hate having to update which model that we're doing in 3 different spots. So what I'm going to try to do is finding a way to pass in that model so it might be something like this, right? It might be something like, let's say we say generate content creation metadata. We would do maybe we do something like LLM equals Gemini, comma, and then description, something like that, right? And that way we can say which model that we want to use. The only thing that sucks about it is that you have to do it every time. But we'll figure that out. But that's what I have in mind right now. Okay. But for now, we will just leave it as Gemini, and then we got it to work, and we integrated Gemini really, really quickly as well, right? So that's awesome. That means that we are getting a lot better. We're understanding this stuff a lot better. Okay. Yeah. So let's do this. Let me check the chat before we wrap it up for today. Let me see. So we have. Let's see. So Mitch is fighting with everybody in the chat this morning. So you want this smoke too? Please stay back. Roxy says that Mitch is crying for attention. Wow, my goodness, Mitch, why is everybody after you, Mitch? My goodness, mad aggressive this morning. Rod Brown wants to hug it out. Miss Freckles says she likes number 4, which was the one that we went with. Let's see. It says after you catch these hands, you hug it out. It says actually the one with Roxy's name. I don't want to put Roxy's name out there on the interwebs. Big Suck says number 5. What was number 5? I did like number 5 too. Number 5 was my AI clone. That is a pretty good one. I do like that one too. You know what? I do like that. I wish you could have like multiple titles on YouTube, because that is pretty cool. Oh my goodness, that's such a tough choice. This AI fight got way too personal, or my AI clone. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do like this, right? Give me. We're just gonna do it. Like let's be democratic here, okay? Let's be democratic. Which title to use? As we wrap it up for this morning. Or we're just gonna vote on it. We're just gonna vote, right? We're just gonna vote on it. So we're gonna do a quick little poll. Are we gonna do this AI fight got way too personal, or my AI clone accused me of what? Whoever has the most votes by the time it's time to end the show, that's the one that we're gonna go with, because it's I like both of them, to be honest. I like both of them, all right? Rod Brown says to Mitch, if I catch hands, then I'm always coming with a counterpunch. Sorry, boxer's instinct. Roxy says neutral zone. And Sugar says counting my blessings as best as I can every morning. Shout out to Roxy and Miss Freckles always. Let's see what else we got. Rod Brown says, I wonder if you're able to make changes to the title to have a different tone or approach. Of course you can. You can. So, I can show this real quick before we end the show. In my title, I am prompting the title to say, all right, so in my title, Rod Brown, I am saying, so the way that it's being, so for my title right here, video title user prompt, I say I need a title for a YouTube video that involves intrigue and or emotion. So I'm basing it off, you use the vidIQ stuff, right, Rod Brown? So I'm basing it off the standards that vidIQ uses to rate a title. I said the title should be clear on what the video is about. The title should be less than 65 characters. Make the title catchy and in the first person. So I always like to make it in the first person so that it's like, oh, I found out about this. I did that. My this. So that's how I put the title to try to evoke a little bit of extra emotion in it. It says put 2 of the most impactful words in capital letters. The title should be a direct statement, like when I clipped the video for me and Rod Brown's conversation last night. I said it's gonna be something like, I defeated my friend Rod Brown. It's gonna be something like that, right? So I defeated Rod Brown. It's something like to that point. Or Mitch, I caught Mitch's hands and they were soft. All right, I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. Mitch has hands of steel. All right. It says it should not have any colons. The video, and then I say the video is about, and then what's going to be what happens there is it passes the inside of this message right here. It passes what the description of the video is so that it can make a title about that video, about the description that I'm passing in about the video, right? So that's how that. Great question, Rod Brown. Great question. Let's see what else we got. Mitch says we don't clickbait. We got C. Marshall in the building. Good morning, C. Marshall. How are you doing this morning? It says it's a part of the game when you on top. Haters gonna hate. So you gotta shake it off. All right.
Let's get it.
Let's see. And Rod Brown says define defeat. All right. Defeat means knocked down, fallen down. Shout out to the Fallen Down single is being released on Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern time. So you definitely want to tune in. It's going to be on all major streaming platforms. That song was so good. I could not wait till July to release it. I had to release it as a single. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So Saturday morning. But defeat, fallen down, beat down, caught these hands of love from Mitch. Other words for defeat, down bad, lost, victoryless, right? Unvictorious. That's defining defeat. All right. Hey. You saw last night when they asked me to list the 5 things that I did last week. I gave them the 5 things that I did that I accomplished in that day. All right. Don't challenge me. Don't challenge me. Rex says that TCR is what? What did I do? What did I do? I don't know. And Mitch is a Swiftie. Mitch, are you a Swiftie, Mitch? Are you a Swiftie? I don't know. All right. But that is it for today. Let me check the poll as we wrap it up. I will give the poll an additional minute or two, right? Because I'm just gonna say this. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're going to be premiering at noon Eastern time. The Frontier large language models. We're gonna be breaking that down. All right. Also at at 1 on Tech Music, we're going to be dropping some hot fire, right? It's going to be fun. It is going to be fun. I'm just going to say this, right? There's going to be some violins in the mix, all right? So you want to go check out those violins. They're going to be awesome. After we wrap up this show, David Goggins is still running. He is still running. He is like on the Tech Music channel. He is running from 4 a.m. all the way till noon. So he's still running. So if you need some extra boost for the morning, go check out David Goggins. He's going to get you right. He is always working, never finished. All right. Because guess what? You can't hurt him. Okay. And I want you guys to be unhurtable as well. All right. And all right, I'm going to end the poll. So we have our poll results are that, let's see, my AI clone accused me of what is the winner with 60% of the votes, while my AI fight got way too personal. So that means that we are going to go with Big Sug's suggestion of my AI clone accused. I like both of them. It did get too personal, but I could not believe what it accused me of. So I'm going to update that. Let's see how that does. Let's see. It made the cut. All right, perfect. So it made the cut. So we're good. So that's the title. My AI clone accused me of what? And we have our description ready to go. Let me check the chat before we end it for today. Where's my, all right. So in the chat we have, let's see. Let's see. So Roxy says messy. Who is being messy? Says Rod Brown says messy. What did I do? Was it something I said? What was it? Something that I said? Let's see. Roxy says, is there cold fire? Yes, Roxy, there is cold fire. And what you see, and what I heard through the grapevine is you use cold fire because that is what you use to when you're cooking iguanas, because they're cold-blooded animals. You absolutely must cook those iguanas on cold fire. That's what I heard. All right.
I ain't believing us.
Rod Brown says, will Dylon be there to spit hot fire? Affirmative, Rod Brown. Affirmative. You got to be there. Listen, you guys want to get there at 12:58. Right? Because you want to see the start of it, because it is going to be amazingly fun. We're going to have a grand old time, 1 p.m. Check it out. It's going to be going all the way to like 3 o'clock in the morning. All right. But it's going to be, like, if you need to get work done, tune in at any given time. All right. Anything else before we get out of here? Nope. That is it. Roxy says, what are you guys? Me messy? Me? Little old tech coach Ralph is messy? Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. I tell the truth. All right. But with that being said, we are going to wrap it up for this morning. Take the traumatic brain injury survey if you haven't done so already. It is going to help us gather valuable data to help present to you guys and share information with you guys on how to deal with TBI. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. TechCoachRalph.dev. Sign up today. Join the Team Tech Coach Ralph Patreon and the Team Tech Coach Ralph Discord. When you link your Patreon account to your Discord account, it'll teleport you right into the Discord, and you can have a lot of fun with us. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be looking into what Trebek123 sent me about this financial data type stuff. I think Mitch would like it a lot too. What he's mentioning. I will probably talk about it on Saturday morning. I don't know. I have to figure out when, but I'm going to talk about it because if we can build what he's asking, that'll be really, really helpful to a lot of people. And if you need one-on-one coaching from me, techcoachralph.dev is the place to sign up to get it. All right. But with that being said, I am going to get out of here. You guys have an amazing, amazing rest of your Wednesday. It's hump day. Pretty much the week is over, just like 2025 is over, because March is in 2 days and then the year is over. All right. Over. So with that being said, Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
Fell from the clouds, felt the crash. High horse bucked me off the path. Smitten, lost, can't find my way. Below rock bottom, here I'll stand. I was riding, up on that horse. Thought I had it all, no doubts, no remorse. Fell hard, right down below, lower than rock bottom, where dreams don't go. Where do I go from here? Can't see through the fear. I'm lost, I'm scared, tangled up. I'm lost, trying to find my look. Lost in the shadows, can't find the light. Wandering aimless through endless night. Should've been straight, should've, would've, could've, but I took the curve. Now I'm stuck in this mess with nerve. Broken wings, shattered dreams, echoes of laughter, now just screams. Trying to climb back up the wall, but every step, it's a harder fall. Once high up in the sky so blue, now the ground's the only view. Regrets a heavy chain around my feet, dragging me down into this defeat. I look for answers in the dark, hoping to kindle a single spark, just a spark. But all I find is the cold and the pain, circling around like a never-ending chain. Gotta find a way to break free from this. Reclaim the throne I start to miss. Reclaim the throne. Right now just lost in despair. Grasping for hope, it's nowhere. Where do I go from here? I can't see through the fear. I'm lost, I'm scared, tangled up. I'm lost, trying to find my luck. Tired eyes looking for a sign. Fractured heart, cracked by time. Should've been straight, paid my dues. Now I'm haunted by the blues.